Underground has the best video clips in town. TP Underground has the best video clips around. TP Underground has the best video clips in town. TP Underground has the best video clips around. TP Underground has the best video clips in town. TP Underground has the best video clips around. TP Underground has the best video clips in town. TP Underground has the best video clips around. TP Underground has the best video clips in town. TP Underground has the best video clips around.
Hi everybody. I was not even sorry, whoa. Hi everybody. I wasn't even going to do a stream today. I wasn't even going to look at social media today, but for some reason I did as soon as I woke up. And I was tagged, both my personal Twitter and the DP Twitter were tagged multiple times on this news story that has to do with Mercedes Carrera and her boyfriend, apparently, from what I understand, and we'll read some official news stories about it. Her and her boyfriend were both arrested yesterday and will be arraigned in court today on alleged charges having to do with sexual abuse of a minor under the age of 10. That's what we've learned and what we know so far, aside from the mugshot being out and the news stories that are out there right now. And I'm going to go ahead and read some of them. Before we really get into that, first things first, let me get the chat up on the screen. You guys can share your thoughts about this. And before we get into reading the actual news stories, I'm really surprised about this. Obviously, they're going to have their day in court, and the facts will come out. And at that point, we'll know for sure whether or not these charges are true. Our justice system isn't perfect, but I believe it's better than mob rule and guilty until proven innocent and let public perception convict people. I believe in the system where we take a look at the evidence, we have a jury of impartial people, and then we decide whether they're guilty or not guilty at that point. If you notice, we say guilty or not guilty. We don't say guilty or innocent, because not guilty doesn't mean they're innocent. It just means it couldn't be proven beyond reasonable doubt. When someone is found not guilty. That's why they don't call it innocent. So, Mercedes Carrera, as many of you know, if you've been watching DP for any number of years, she's been on the show, I believe, maybe 5 or 6 times. I didn't go back and count. She was one of the most beloved guests we had on over the years, and that's rare for female guests. Just being honest, it was very rare that we would have a female guest on that everybody liked, and it was even more strange that she was involved, like she was a sex worker in a way, she made pornography, and the whole perception of a female guest on the show being a thought usually turned most people off, but she was that charismatic. The audience loved her. I hardly ever saw any complaints whatsoever about Mercedes. People loved her on the show. Actually, we were going to have her on a few months ago with Redhead Redemption page from the Redhead Redemption channel, because we were going to have 2 porn stars as guests and ask them, silly things about the porn industry and that sort of stuff. And I see a lot of people in the chat jumping to conclusions. I mean, you have the right to do whatever you want, but we haven't seen any of the evidence. None of us are detectives. None of us are judges. So what I'll say is the evidence looks bad, or like, I shouldn't even say the evidence. What we know sounds really bad and does not look good in the case of them being not guilty. It does not look in their favor. But I'm not going to say, oh, I believe this or I believe that. I just can't do that. I don't know, but it looks bad. Oh, look, oh yeah, tons of retards in the chat saying that they are detectives. Well, shouldn't you be out doing detective work right now instead of watching this stream? Yeah, Pimp says, from what I hear, it sure looks against them. Yes, it does. And, I mean, it was enough evidence to arrest them. And from what I understand, they're being held without bail. So they're not even allowed to make bail at this point. That doesn't look good either. None of it looks good. Detective Ben? No. I'm not a detective. I know as much as everyone else knows. My interactions with Mercedes were all public, aside from me sending her a DM to ask her if she wanted to come on the show. And those few minutes before we go live, we meet up with the guests, we make sure the sound works right. We say, hi, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. Great. Thanks for being on the show. And then we go live. So the majority of my direct interactions with Mercedes were live on the air. And she was always unbelievably charismatic, friendly. She fit with the format of the show great. So we're going to go over the story itself. Let's see here. So this is an article from Heavy. It says Melinda Smith, which I guess is her real name, had no idea, and Jason Whitney, 5 fast facts you need to know. And let's see what they reported here. Mercedes Carrera, a.k.a. Melinda Smith, a porn star, and her producer boyfriend, Jason Whitney, a.k.a. Jay Allen, have been accused of child molestation. According to a press release from cops in Rancho Cucamonga, California, the pair were arrested on February 5th. Both have been charged with more than 8 counts of sexual abusing a child under the age of 10. The pair also accused of possession while armed. So I hear a lot of people throw the pedo word around. I mean, even with people like Onision, he was, with 16, 17, 18-year-olds. This, if this is true, child under 10, that is actual pedophilia. Because someone under 10 years of age, male or female, would be prepubescent. So this is one time when it actually is appropriate to use that terminology. The police statement reads, the sexual abuse consisted of inappropriate touching, oral copulation, and digital penetration. I don't know what digital, can someone find the definition of that for me? I don't even know what that means. Which occurred over 4 months. According to Carrera's IMDb page, she's appeared in 123 adult movies. The brief bio on that page states that Smith was born in Los Angeles in November of 1982. Together, Smith and Whitney operate a porn site known as Operation MILF. And as we know from Mercedes talking about it on the show, Operation MILF is the thing where she fucks veterans on camera. She almost referred to it as like a public service. So here are the 5 facts. Police believe that there are other victims in the alleged crime. Well, I mean that's not gonna fare well for them if there are in fact other victims as well. Police have said that the investigation into the couple began on January 31st when the officers were made aware of the alleged abuse. A search warrant was served at the home that the couple shares on February 1st. The home matched the victim's description as cops recovered guns, meth, and a bedroom that had been set up to record pornographic material and broadcast live shows via the internet. The police statement has not said if the alleged abuse was recorded for broadcast. Authorities have not said the couple knew the victim, who has been described as a female. So guns, whatever. Meth, I don't hold judge. I think all drugs should be legal, but obviously meth is a very bad addictive drug that impairs people's behavior. It impairs your health horribly. Meth is bad. Meth can cause you to do some pretty fucked up shit too. So that's a red flag there. The pornographic, the recording equipment for porn, that doesn't surprise me because she was a professional pornographic actress. But oh man, if there's video footage of this happening, that's an open and shut case. The trial will not last long if there's video evidence of a child being molested by Mercedes Carrera or her boyfriend. I didn't even know she had a boyfriend. We never asked her about her personal life. Only thing we only ever asked her about was her public persona, her work in the porn industry, and the project she was involved in. So, and here's the unflattering mugshot that a lot of people are talking about. First of all, it's very rare for anyone to look good in a mugshot. You guys are used to her wearing a lot of makeup. You're used to seeing her having her hair done. And yeah, she's got a kind of a fucked up look on her face here too. I'm sure she's not in a good headspace here. But yeah, not surprising at all that this is a bad mugshot, all things considered, right? And by the way, if you're sending in Streamlabs, I'll read through them in just a moment here. I'll read this. The Rancho Cucamonga Police Department believes that there are other victims in the case, and she is asking anyone with any information to contact them at 909-477-2800. Police are holding Smith and Whitney at the West Valley Detention Center where they have been denied bail. That is serious. That is serious. And I'm sure because like the industry they work in, they make a lot of money. So they probably could have afforded bail if they needed it. They will make their first appearance in court on February 7th. Police said that they are publicly releasing the mug shots of the couple because of their belief that there are other victims. So, if there are other victims, that just mounds up the evidence. Man, this is a lot to take in, and I felt like I just needed to start streaming to make a statement. Obviously, there's fucking drama chasers out there that, like, as soon as I woke up, they're like, when are you going to talk about this? When are you going to talk about this? Well, if you cared about our show at all, you'd know the schedule of our streaming and know that we don't normally stream today. So I feel like people were just doing that to make it seem like we were avoiding it. So I was just like, fuck this. Whatever. I'll talk about it. That's fine with me. We'll take a look at number 2. Smith held a fundraising event in conjunction with the Fine Young Capitalist and said, I would take money from Hitler himself if it was to fund something I believe in. I've heard other people say that too. I've heard other people say that about other things. Remember, we had a popular YouTube channel raise money for a children's hospital, and the money got denied, and people were saying similar things too. Like, you should just take the money if it's for a good cause, regardless of who gave it to you. And I don't really know where I stand on that either way. I think the organization has the right to deny money from whoever they take it from. So I don't really care necessarily about this statement. Let's see what it says here. In 2015, Smith held a fundraiser for Fine Young Capitalists. In January of 2015, Smith helped organize the porn charity. There's a typo here. One of the things charity focused on was holding a fundraiser for the Fine Young Capitalists and helping to raise money for STEM science field scholarship. Smith's work has been hailed by conservative news outlets such as the Daily Wire and the Daily Caller. I had trouble reading that paragraph. Holy shit. Smith told Vice at the time, tuition is like $40,000 a year nowadays at a state school. I don't know how these kids are doing it. The Vice report details Smith raising money through live streaming shows, along with fellow porn stars Paisley Parker and Holly Hart. So, two, I don't really care about. Yeah, okay, she doesn't care where the money comes from for charities that she supports. See, this is them. It seems this is them being like, oh, she's also right wing. So that makes it even worse. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant to the crime she's accused of. Smith is a former aerospace engineer. Irrelevant to the crime she's accused of. Why does this matter? You make it sound like you have 5 important facts on these accusations against her. The only number 1 has been important whatsoever so far. Yeah, she's a former aerospace engineer. Cool. Where's the next one? Is the next one even important? Smith described her upbringing as rough, but she doesn't want to be thought of as a victim. Okay? I don't give a shit about that. When he refers to Smith as a wife on Instagram, I mean, they could have a relationship that's basically like a marriage without the official paper. Why does that matter? Why does their relationship with each other matter outside of the accusations against them? It doesn't. Unless we find out that she was being abused too and he was coercing into it through means of violence or psychological torture. We'll see what happens. And I mean, we could end up seeing a plea deal where one of them punks out the other one totally. And the other one ends up doing hard time and the other one gets off. We need more information before we pass judgment, right? Someone said get Pimpmunk on. I mean, if he wants to come on, he can come on. I'll see if he's available, and I'm going to take some, probably going to take some calls too through Discord. So if you're not already a member of the DP Discord, there's a link down in the description. You can pop in there. I'll probably take some opinions from the viewers. Oh yeah, Pimpmunk. I'll see if he's ready. Yeah, I'll bring Pimpmunk on in just a moment here. If you want to hop into the general chat, we can do that. And yeah, we'll talk about this. I think it's important that we talk about this as a community in DP, because Mercedes was easily one of the most beloved guests on DP. And even last night we had Casey Tron on and people were like, fuck Casey Tron, she sucks, bring on Mercedes. Literally, I saw people saying that last night. They were not aware that literally while they were saying that, Mercedes was in jail with these crimes, being accused of these crimes. And yeah, by the way, if you're watching this now and you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and go over to the DP channel. Make sure you're still subscribed there. I don't want to do too much promotion. If you guys notice, I didn't play the long promotional video at the beginning. I doubt that this video is going to get monetized when it has sexual abuse of a child in the title. That's fine. I'm going to bring Pimp on. And we'll talk about this a little more. It's nice to have someone else on the call with me. Oh shit! You guys enjoying the Skype call music? You used to be able to mute that, but in the older versions of Skype, but now they made that mandatory. Hey Pimp, what's up?
What is happening?
Yeah, but this is fucking crazy. That's what's happening.
This is nuts. Man.
Yes, and
insane.
I'm gonna get your video up here in just a second.
Okay. Yeah, dude, I was like shocked when I seen it. It's like, but you know, from what I'm hearing, they're not just going to arrest you willy-nilly on an accusation. They went into their house and stuff, and apparently there's proof.
We haven't seen it, but there was enough evidence to arrest them and hold them without bail. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, and I'm not one, spreading rumors. But there's a rumor going around that it may be her child.
I've heard that. I'm not. It may be, but I'm not gonna make.
I'm not gonna like say it's true or nothing, but I have heard that rumor.
Yeah, I heard that too. Actually, ironically enough, I watched Mundane Matt's video while I was setting up this stream, and he said that. But I didn't want to. I'll say that's alleged at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how true that is.
Pissed off. I just got pissed off on Twitter because some dude was like, "Oh, you guys are really surprised she's an anti-feminist. Of course she got arrested for child." I'm like, what? You fucking idiot.
What? I mean, from what I understand, statistically, the people most likely to be involved in molestation are white men.
Yeah. Yeah, not
statistically.
Mexican chicks.
Right. Yeah. Shit.
And I didn't know her name was Melinda Smith. That's such a white girl name, though.
Yeah, Smith, absolutely.
She might not even be a Mexican.
She's actually Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican.
Yeah, get you.
But
set.
yeah, she's that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
And you're talking about like this is like under 10 years old. That is
real pedophilia. That is actual pedophilia, if that's true.
That's not an 18-year-old fucking with a 17-year-old. That's a child. That's a baby.
That's why I don't like those terms being used interchangeably. It's not the same thing. A 20-year-old hooking up with a 17-year-old is not the same thing as a 30-plus-year-old hooking up with an 8-year-old.
Exactly. It's
not even close. It's not even in the same universe.
No, it's just it just gives me the heebie-jeebies when I think about it. And they mentioned in the one news article that I read about the setup room that they got and everything for the live streaming and stuff. They're not going to mention all that unless there's like video. I'm not saying there is video, but I got a feeling there's video. If there's video,
then if there's video evidence with them committing these crimes, then they're fucked. The trial won't even last that long.
No, it won't. It won't.
It's
crazy. It's disgusting. If it's true, and I'm not gonna say she's guilty because I've been one to say many times accusations is not a verdict.
Right. I mean, we have. Someone asked, is she convicted or just arrested? She's just arrested. She was arrested yesterday. She's going to be arraigned today, which just means they're going to set a court date for her.
They're not even putting. But see, here's the thing about it. If you know how the system works. If it was just rumors and they had to arrest them, they would usually set a bond. They're not even letting them out on bail.
Right.
That means that, in my opinion, that means they've got something on them.
Yeah.
They've got something.
They've got something. That's why they're denied bail, or they think they're going to run.
So maybe that too. But they're not just going to even though a lot of people want to say the police are corrupt, that they can't just, do stuff like that without some kind of they really think they got a case.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll see. It'll all unfold in court. And like I said, if there's video evidence of it, then the case won't last long.
Here's my thing, and this is just my theory. With them both being in the industry that they're in and being, filmmakers and stuff like that, if they are doing that, if they did do that, there most likely is video of it.
I don't know. If it comes out that they were producing this type of content, for money, that's even sicker.
I didn't even think about that.
It goes even further. But we don't know. We have to. It looks bad, but I am not going to speak with any type of absolute certainty for things I'm not certain.
No, you can't do that. You can't.
But people do it on the. People on the internet do it all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, on the internet, accusations is verdicts. And it's crazy.
And here's the thing, Pimp. You've admitted it. You were a victim of molestation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And obviously you don't want people that are guilty of this kind of stuff to walk, but you do have to be, level-headed about it. Yeah, careful.
You don't want people to go to jail for something they didn't do either. So.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's and then, I heard somebody. I think you was reading something earlier where somebody mentioned that she had a rough childhood. I'm so sick of that excuse, though.
Oh no, that's no excuse for abusing other people.
Yeah, that is such a I hate that fucking excuse because I was molested. I was I grew up in a domestic violence situation and I'm a pretty decent guy. I don't do stuff like that. I think you can choose. You choose.
Of course,
still a choice.
Yeah, I mean, like statistically, people who have been abused are more likely to abuse others, but
yeah,
you still do choose. Yes, ultimately, you do choose. If you're fighting those demons in your head, then you need to get help. Basically,
exactly. And now they do say you either go one to the extreme, like you either. Like if you're abused like that, you either become an abuser, like an extreme abuser, or you're like extremely against it. I fell on the side where I'm like extremely against it. Luckily, I guess, because it makes my skin crawl to think about it, and I don't want to like say that she's guilty, but it's just man, it don't look good at the moment. Just saying that.
No, not at all, not at all. I have another news article. I just read that one that was fucking terrible. I should have looked at it closer before I read it because they say 5 facts you need to know, and I thought it was going to be facts about the accusations, but only number 1 actually had anything about the accusations. Everything else had absolutely nothing to do with the accusations against them. So,
and see that's that one right there scares me. Please believe there are maybe other victims. That scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't say that unless there was evidence, that pointed in that direction.
And that doesn't even look like her, man.
Well, I mean,
I know
porn
it's a
stars
mugshot. I know, but I look good in all my mugshots.
It's not just a mugshot. I mean, there's almost no good looking mugshot. I remember there was this mugshot of this dude, and he looked like a model. He was like a black dude with like green eyes or something.
Grilled.
Yeah. And like all these women was like, oh my god, they thought. But like normally mugshots they don't look good. But also we're used to seeing her all dolled up all the time.
And see, actually, when I first seen this, I thought this was like, because I seen this picture and I was thinking, oh, this is like from some old school shit, from her past, because this is like a before picture. And but then found out it was just recently.
Yeah, that's from yesterday. Both of these pictures were taken yesterday because that's when they were arrested.
And I've seen her show pictures of him before, talking about her man on Twitter.
Really, I didn't see that. I don't normally look at her page because I'm just like, if I want to see porn, I'll go find it. When I'm searching Twitter, I don't need like a million pictures of people getting banged in the ass and shit like that necessarily. Yeah. So I didn't know. I don't even care. I didn't care if she like had a boyfriend or a husband or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
it's
like
personal life, but
I didn't even know about
I've seen pictures. I've seen her post pictures of him before, but wow, it's crazy. And like she's been on my channel before.
Yeah.
She was on one of my shows that I did before, the Pimpmunk show, and it's just like, dude, it's just shocking.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, it's in most cases it's men that do this, not women that are involved in this.
I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, we'll see. Like we said, this is all speculation. I wouldn't be surprised if they all try to tag this on him.
Yeah.
And she might make a plea deal where she ends up looking like a victim too. Maybe. Well, it depends on what the evidence shows. Where she gets a way lighter sentence and he fucking fries, basically. That might happen.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I mean, that could be the truth.
I've noticed also, like watching documentaries and stuff, they say that in most cases where if it's a woman that does a sexual assault, it's usually more brutal.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I mean, that could be true.
I watched this real long documentary about it one time. I can't remember what the name of it is, but they say well, that's in most crimes though. When women do crimes, they usually do it more brutal than men do, but men do more crimes than women do.
Yeah,
so. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely nuts. And also it's bad that they're in the porn business because, people want to put the stigma of porn actors and stuff being bad people anyway, and they're not bad people.
Right.
And
It's so crazy because a couple months ago, we had her booked. She canceled on us last minute. But we had Mercedes booked and we were going to have her and Paige on. And Paige knows Mercedes.
Yeah, they fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. So that, yeah, this is, it's kind of a mind fuck kind of thing to have happen.
It's really, and I see a lot of people posting about that, you know, because she was part of Gamergate and anti-feminine and all that stuff. Let's leave the politics out of it.
People won't.
You're talking about a child right now. You're talking about a possible victim of being a fucking a child under 10 years old.
They won't. What they do, and this is on both sides, the left and the right. They'll try to crucify anyone who's even remotely associated with her too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll probably lose my channel over it.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
But yeah, it's true. It's crazy, and I've already seen it. Like immediately, people using the politics and the agendas. I mean, let's not forget, if this is true, there's a child victim. And that's what we should worry about instead of our fucking, Gamergate. Gamergate's not really that important when it comes to a child victim.
Disgusting beyond words, this one comment. I agree with that. Death penalty for both. I don't agree with that, but I don't agree with the death penalty even for mass murderers. So someone who doesn't even murder anybody, I don't think the death penalty is really, I don't like it. So I don't agree with that.
If our system wasn't so flawed, I would say yes, but it's flawed.
I just don't think it doesn't. We have justice for a reason. It's not for revenge. It's for correction. When you kill someone, it's just for revenge. That's the way
I'm okay with it if the system wasn't so flawed.
I'm not okay with revenge. The state should not be the one getting revenge on behalf of others, because then they decide who deserves to be killed. And I don't think we should give the state that much power.
Yeah, I understand. I used to be a strong supporter of the death penalty until I really got into it and see all the flaw, how flawed the system really is, and so I can't support it at all.
I think this person's English might be not this person's first language. I hope they get arrested for life behind bars. They've already been arrested. You didn't read the article, apparently. Wow, her mugshot compared to her face with makeup looks like a completely different person. Yeah, I mean, are you surprised? Have you not seen that with anyone else before? Because that's pretty common, especially someone who wears a ton of makeup, like someone who, is in porn movies. So, the world is mad. Yeah, they are mad. Do you mean crazy mad or angry mad?
What's me being for or against abortion got to do with this?
What, someone said that?
Yeah, somebody says if I'm against death penalty, am I against abortion? What the hell's that got to do with it? I honestly think we should kill all babies. No, I'm joking. No, I'm for abortion if it's, I think it's the woman's choice. I think that the men probably should have a little bit more say in it, but that's none of my business.
Yeah,
I'm not against abortion, no.
Yeah, I'm not against abortion. I do think there should be a regulation behind it. I don't think it should just be...
You shouldn't use it for fucking child...
for birth control.
Birth control, yeah. You shouldn't use it for birth control, which some people do, and that's fucking ridiculous.
That's really retarded because it's less expensive to buy birth control pills or use condoms than it is to go get an abortion. So, if anything...
Buy the morning after pill, shit.
Yeah. I mean...
Some people are against that, though.
I mean, Yeah, I've heard it called the abortion pill, which is ridiculous. I mean...
Yeah, it's... honestly, I don't really care if you're for or against abortion. I think it's a personal thing. I mean, whatever. I think we should be taking care of the kids that are actually alive.
I don't think comparing abortion to the death penalty is a good comparison anywhere.
It's not fair. It's not fair because it's just not the same thing. I mean, it's not a person yet.
Right.
I mean, an egg's not a chicken. So, fuck off. But I mean, whatever. And also, I think we should be taking care of the kids that are actually walking around. Like, if this child victim is truly a victim, And like they said in the report there, that it was enough for the child who reported the molestation. It was enough. They found enough proof to back it up to arrest him. So.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see how this plays out in court, but yeah, it doesn't look good for them really at all at this point. But time will tell. Oh wow, there's a bunch of people. Let's see. We'll pull a few callers in and see what's up. I'm gonna jump in here and then I'm gonna pull people in one at a time. We'll bring in this person first.
Oh, they're on me about abortion now, Ben. Goddamn.
Hello.
Hey, Pimpmunk. How's it going?
What's up, man? How you doing? Ben's not here. It's just me.
I'm a little sad, man. Mercedes was pretty nice to me. So it's
She's a very nice person, man.
At least
you know.
At least
so we know
with our
Well,
interactions.
to adults.
Yeah.
I should have said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter
if
they're innocent. Sorry, go for it, Pimpmunk. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Go ahead, man.
What I was gonna say, it doesn't really matter if she's innocent or guilty at this point. She's pretty fucked. They're pretty fucked because that even in the court of public appeal, man, that's gonna resonate with people.
That's so dumb. If she's found not guilty, I mean, like,
yeah,
that's dumb. The evidence doesn't look like she will be, but if she is, then people need to get over it.
Yeah, if she goes through court and they find her not guilty,
well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll stop talking. I won't even mention it if she's found not guilty. But you know, to me, honestly, sometimes you just get that. You can't go by gut feelings, but as you see this story, you know, piling up there, it just doesn't seem like.
Yeah.
It seems like this may be legit.
Yeah, because even if she was like considered. Yeah, because even if she was considered innocent, there'd always be that person out there who's always like, "Oh, she did do it. Everything's just covering it up and stuff." You know, there'll always be that person with a vendetta against it, even though it's irrational. If she is innocent, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's awful. It's just, and like me and Ben was saying earlier, people are so tied up in the, you know, this bullshit where let's not forget that if it's true, there is a victim that's under 10 years old.
Yeah.
And maybe more victims. And that's the thing that got me is they're saying that it's possibly more victims. They're not going to say that. The police aren't going to say that unless they really think that there's more victims.
Yeah. And they do have like videos all over the place in the house from what the police report said. Like there's a lot of like.
Well, they didn't say there was video proof, did they?
Not that I saw.
Not proof of it. Not proof of pedophilia, but there's a lot of videotapes that are there that are like labeled pornography.
Oh, of course. Well, that's. I mean, even before this came out, I would have imagined that would have been the case.
Well, yeah, they're in the porn business, so yeah. But see, that's why I said that if they did do it, I'm pretty sure there is video of it because that's what they do. They make video. And
I think from what I read in the article, it said like something that the person that was the person that claimed that it was going on described all the things that were inside of like her bedroom. And then they went to her house and said, "Oh, that's what's going on inside of her bedroom." Like, here's the thing that gets me. She's a porn actress who cam girls shit. You can always see what's going inside her bedroom or what is laid out where. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but a child wouldn't.
Yeah, unless they go on the internet.
Not in most cases. Well, yeah. You know, I don't know.
It's complex. That's all I can really say.
Thanks for coming on and giving your opinion. I'm going to move on to someone else now.
Yeah, no problem, man. Take it easy.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. We'll bring in this person. Hey, what's up?
Whoa. What?
Hey, this is Ben. You're on the air. What's up? What did you want to say?
Yeah. Well, what I really wanted to know was, like, how did they even know this little child? That's my question.
We don't know. No, there's speculation that it was her daughter, but we have nothing other than hearsay to suggest that. So we don't know.
It's just a rumor going around that it's her daughter. So and
that's all we know.
Well, I just hope that justice gets served, man. I don't wish no ill
Absolutely.
upon nobody, but like, this is just a fucked up situation.
Yeah, I think
It is.
I mean, it seems like there's a lot of evidence, so I think justice will be served one way or the other. Seems like there's enough evidence to figure out exactly what happened.
Yeah. And it's crazy that we all know her and stuff, and
I mean, yeah,
and people, you see her all the time on Twitter, and it's just weird.
Thanks for
definitely weird.
Thanks for coming on and sharing your opinion.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you. All right, who else are we gonna bring in? Fuck, there's a lot of them now.
I can just bring in people.
Yeah, bring them in and out. I want to have everybody on, but I don't want them all in at once. So
Yeah.
All right.
And you don't talk, Animancer. You stay silent.
Oh shit. We'll bring in this fur fag looking. What's up?
Fuck you.
What's up, dude? What do you have to say?
Not much.
What do you?
Just wow, holy shit.
people keep asking what happened in the chat, dude. Just go Google it. Don't wait for someone in the chat to type everything that's going on. Either back up this video to the beginning to where I explain it, or go Google it. There's like news stories out there. Don't wait for people in the chat to tell you what's going on.
It also says it in the title, charged with sexual abuse.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like right there in the title. So just asking it, it's like fucking going to a fire and then being like, "What? Why are the fire department here? What?"
Yeah,
It's just like in the NFL, the Super Bowl stream where we had like the NFL official website stream, like linked it like via the Nightbot, and people were like, "Where can I find this? Where can I find this?" It's like we gave you the official link to watch the stream if you want to watch it alongside Ben and Pimp.
If you did watch it, I feel sorry for you because that game sucked.
Yeah.
I can hear myself laughing in the background.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Sorry,
too.
I had the live stream turned up so that way I could actually fucking hear.
Turn it down because now you can hear. Now you can hear him here. You bastard.
Yeah, now fix that, you piece of shit.
Fucking furries. Fucking furries.
Wow. Someone just posted a fucking screenshot of something Mercedes posted forever ago from 2015. I'm going to put it up on the screen. This shit did not age well whatsoever.
Dude, back in ancient times of 2015.
I'm going to put this up. This is crazy. This is because I don't even.
Oh, that's a sigh.
That did not age well. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Look at this.
I'm not seeing anything.
I just put it up. This is a tweet Mercedes put out.
Oh.
November 12th, 2015. Oh, I got it. Didn't see that. I think pedophiles should be summarily executed to remove their genes from society.
Whoa.
and now she's being accused of sexual abuse of a child.
Yep.
There you go. Well, we know what she thinks of
mean-
herself now. No, I'm joking.
God. But at this point, it's literally one or both of them are going to jail because of the meth possession.
I would say they're both going to jail. Like, if it gets proven that a child was abused, and even if she didn't actually directly take part in it, allegedly this went on for 4 months, and there's no way she couldn't have known about it. So even knowing about it, not doing anything about it, would land her in jail, even if she didn't actually participate in it.
Yeah,
that or
aiding and
that
abetting and stuff like that.
Yeah, aiding and abetting, or she is just very fucking unobservant for like 4 months for that to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
At this point, it's literally like one or both of them is going to go away for at least the meth.
But didn't the article say that they both were individually charged with 8 accounts?
I think so.
Well, then, they're not going to... Yeah, that's not aiding and abetting. Yeah. She was part of it. They think she was part of it anyway.
Yeah, at the very least.
I think we're going to bring someone new in, so is there
just the fact that, honestly, was not expecting this from somebody like
anyone was.
Yeah, because it's like... Because, especially with this tweet, you would think, anything involving like pedophilia would just be like out, just like she would never do that.
Here's the thing, though.
Now,
Here's the thing, though. None of us actually knew her. We knew her public persona. I never met her in person. I never had private conversations with her.
Yeah.
Our interactions were, I would DM her and be like, "Do you want to come on the show this day?" She'd be like, "Yes." And then she'd, you know, we'd call her on Skype and have her on with us for maybe 5 to 10 minutes before we'd go live. And then we go live. And the majority of my interaction with her was live. You know,
and it was also, we knew Mercedes Carrera, not Melinda Smith.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know her real name until today.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, so,
I'm fairly certain
it's such a white girl name too, Melinda Smith. And somebody said I was defending her. How the hell have I defended her?
Just wait, because you didn't say we should like put her in front of a firing squad. People are gonna claim you're defending her. If you're not totally polar in one way or another, you're just as bad as they are in the eyes of a lot of people.
There's going to be people who are like, "Oh, Billy the Fridge defended Mercedes on this stream." There's going to be people that
Billy
say
probably will, though.
They're probably
I'm joking. Billy defends everybody.
He does, though.
But like,
let's bring Egghead in here.
Oh my god!
The handgun part about
Egghead,
what's up?
Egghead, what do you think of all this, Egghead?
What's up?
Honestly, hold on. I don't really like. I don't really think it's that funny, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I think this is a fucked up situation.
Yeah,
it's very fucked up.
Yeah. Anything involving?
I didn't even find this out until you started streaming about it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone ever really did.
No.
Like, it's a big enough fucking shock to everybody so far who I've ever talked to that knew roughly about Mercedes Carrera. Like, this is news to them. This is a big shock.
And a lot of our, like, the majority of our female guests, people would always kind of like compare, like Mercedes was almost like the standard for female guests on DP.
People did it during the last episode.
Hold on, let me finish. So, like, yeah, even last night, we had Caseytron on, and people were like, "Fuck Caseytron, she sucks. Bring Mercedes on." And it's like, what? Like what? Like, oh, okay, now I'm finished. Anyway,
It's the Gamergate thing, though. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's basically all
she was. I mean, you know, she was all about.
I think we already have too many people in here, honestly. So we should cut some people loose. Yeah. There's too many people talking, so...
Yeah, and
someone said, bring Mercedes on. She's in jail, retard.
Oh my god.
Let's see if Spirit unmutes. I can bring someone else in here, maybe.
Yeah, it is ironic that last night people were asking me to bring Mercedes on instead of Caseytron when Mercedes was sitting in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that she was in jail?
Last night I was the one that was saying about Mercedes, and I was like, at least I was saying that she's not as bad as Medusa, and it was just ironic that the next day this happens. I'm like, wow, Jesus.
That's that. I mean, people really can't fault themselves for that, because shit like this happens like every week on the internet now. Like anyone that you know, anyone, literally anyone, could turn out to be shitty. That's what I'm. I don't know. It's crazy and it's really fucked. It's crazy and it's really except for Pimpmunk, because he's our golden boy, the greatest man to ever live. Yeah, he's amazing in every way.
Yeah, but she hasn't been on in like a while, but at the same time, I was like, you know, I was comparing, you know, the other guests to Mercedes, because
when was the last time she was on?
But it's crazy that this came out
a few months ago, wouldn't it been?
I don't remember. It was a few months ago, 1, 2, 3 months, and she canceled on us. So we just had Paige on instead. We were gonna have both of them.
Paige is awesome too. But yeah, dude, it's just such a weird situation. It's just, I mean, I wish it wasn't true, but I kind of got a feeling it is. But I don't know.
Yeah, well, with 8 counts, it's just kind of
it's a
crazy amount.
And with them saying that there's possibly more victims, and
one of them is. I think one of them's gonna like crack and like probably out the other one.
I mean, that's normally what happens. They usually like really nail one of them, and yeah.
And usually in our corrupt system, the men usually get it 10 times harsh.
True, but if there's video, then nobody has to crack. There's proof. If there's video proof, and from what I'm gathering, I think there is video proof.
There has to be. If they're doing this like on a live stream, then there's.
I haven't heard
They didn't
anything
say they
about
were
that.
doing it on a live stream, did they?
No, I haven't heard anything about that. There's a lot of rumors about it going around, so be careful about the exact details. No,
rumors.
I mean,
You're gonna get rumors like there's already rumors that it was her daughter. Nobody knows that, and you know.
Exactly. But
that's true too. Yeah.
Which it could be. You know, we're not saying it's not true, but just kind of hold back to what you believe so far. You know,
that's the thing.
Go by what
that
you
really,
know for brief.
That's the thing that really bothers me about having discussions about very sensitive topics about things like this, is because you have to make everything clear as possible so that no one misconstrues what you say or takes it out of context. Yeah. I get that it should be talked about because it's fucking shitty, and if people there would be so much bullshit, if we didn't talk about it. But it puts everyone in a weird position, especially people who used to like her.
Yeah, like the last thing I heard really about her was like how she was raising money for vets and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's great. That's a good cause, despite what you think about wars and stuff like that. But it's still, I was like, oh wow, this happened now. That's something.
All right, I think we're gonna bring some new sheeple in.
Yeah, let's do that. And actually, before we do that, I'm gonna read a few of these Streamlabs that came in. Tucker White 94, I'm probably going to hell for giving money on this subject, but here's some money. I mean, like, you're not giving money. I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, weird.
You're not giving me money on the subject. No. American Nightmare, $2. As a cop, I can tell you that this is not good. They would have detained her. They wouldn't have detained her unless they found something. Sure. They found something, and they're not eligible for bail either. That's bad too.
Yeah, that's the big one there.
The Last Jinjo, $2. If Tucker Carlson tries to call this kid lucky on national news and he doesn't get fired for this, he doesn't get fired this time, I'm officially done with any friends and family who watch him. I don't think he's going to do that. No. I don't think that's I don't think the likelihood of that is very high. Let's see, Tucker White 94. I see it now. SJWs will use this to smear the gamers and anti-feminist idiots, and the religious right will use this to smear porn. That will happen.
Yeah, it's already happening. Go to Twitter.
Everyone pushes everything to push their own agenda, right? I mean,
yeah, I've already got a little argument over it on Twitter. So yeah, it's already happening.
Will you guys be at Road Rage Seattle? I need to request time off if you will be. I don't. We haven't booked anything yet, but we're trying to get it set up, basically. Lord and Lady Articus. Looks like this article I see was updated today. They both pleaded not guilty, and there may be another man involved. Wow, they pled not guilty. Wow. Okay. Interesting. That is crazy. Yeah, feel free to bring more people in, and we'll talk to them.
Yeah, I'll bring in more.
Bring me in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just did. I literally just did as you were speaking.
Yo.
What's up?
Yep.
What's up? I figured I'd bring you in since you literally just sent in a donation situation. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a New York news article, so I don't know, the quality, but
oh yeah,
it said that on the official police report, the Whitney guy went under an alias, and they redacted that statement because they're not sure whether that.
There does seem to be a lot of misinformation.
I mean, most people involved in porn go by an alias and don't go by their real names. He was a director, so his name would have been in the credits too. So That I don't have a hard time believing that someone in the porn industry had a fake name at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The Adult Performers Actors Guild has already sent out a press release too.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're really saddened by today's revelation and stuff like that. You know, they're speaking out against it, of course.
I don't understand like why the articles have to like somehow tie this to Gamergate. It has nothing to do with it at all.
Yeah, other than the fact that she was involved with it at one point, but yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of known. That's one of the things she kind of got known for, but it shouldn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna start.
I mean, her being, I don't think her being a porn star should really have nothing to do with it.
What do you mean?
First, like, you had Milo on here, and then he had his controversy, and now, like, Mercedes. Like, who's going to be the next person?
What happened with Milo is
I think that's
different.
I think that's a false equivalency, to be honest with you.
No, I'm not saying they're equivalent. I'm just saying it's just
It's Vince's fault.
Okay, so we can take, like, the literal hundreds of people we've had on the show that have not had a problem, but take, like, two people... Shut up! Yeah. But take, like, two people and say we're just known for having people with these kind of issues... I don't know. I think that's stretching it.
You could say that with almost every talk show. Like, every talk show has somebody that's controversial.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I mean,
and I don't think that Drunken Peasants has an overabundance of.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's just people just like to talk shit because it's an alt-right podcast
because they're retarded.
Yeah,
I really think the legitimacy only goes down when we're talking about ACAT.
Oh man! Oh jeez. Well,
just this is insane. I don't.
It is. It is.
Sad. Yeah, it'll be really hard to tell until there's actual, real, hard evidence.
Yeah.
The fact that they're pleading not guilty makes me believe that there isn't video, because if there's video where you can plainly tell who they are, it'd be kind of dumb for them to plead not guilty.
I mean,
I don't know, man. There's been plenty of cases where there was video and people still plead not guilty.
Yeah, if you're stupid enough to do all this shit, then you're stupid enough to plead not guilty when there's clear evidence.
No, well, I imagine they probably are pleading not guilty just so that they can buy time to like work out some kind of plea deal. Like,
how can they work out a plea deal when they've already pled, though? Can they change
their plea? I think he meant like work out a defense.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because
if they would have,
at any point just decide that you want to plead guilty at any point during the process, but
I don't think you can go back and if they offer you a deal and you plead not guilty, I don't think you can go back and be like, actually, I changed my mind, I'm guilty, I'll take the plea deal.
Well,
now.
They may not have offered them a deal yet.
Well, then they wouldn't have pled already, right? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but it was my understanding they try to cut you a deal before you make your plea, and then after you make your plea, you've forfeited whatever deal they make to you. I don't know, but I guess we'll see.
I think today was the day that they basically decided whether they're going to be on the fast track or the long haul.
Oh, you mean they waived their right to a speedy trial? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so whenever they said not guilty, I think they're basically saying, all right, now we're going to take the time to, stretch it out and get all the evidence. And
I mean, they're going to go to trial. They were arraigned today, so now their court dates will be set, and
yeah,
this shit's gonna drag out for a long time. But I kind of feel like the prosecution might have a special interest in not taking their sweet time with this. It kind of sounds like they have some really pressing evidence, so I don't imagine they're gonna sit on it forever.
Well, and if it comes out that they were producing child pornography, then they are super screwed.
Yeah, I mean,
there's going to be investigations in the whole industry.
I don't know about the whole industry. I mean,
I
think that's a little hyperbolic. I mean, only people that there's evidence in connection with them are going to get investigated. They're not going to investigate Jenna Jameson or something because of this.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was a lot more of this going on, but I don't think that this one instance is like enough to just randomly investigate any person that's connected to an industry.
Definitely.
So if Hillary was Pizzagate, does that make this Taco Gate?
Oh my god.
All right.
With that,
yeah. Have a nice night.
Wow.
With that, we're gonna get other people.
Fuck.
Well, that was something
weird.
All right, who are we gonna get in here now? Getting this guy. And who else? He'll get an MC Hitler. Why not?
MC Hitler. I'm MC Hitler, and I'm here to say I snore a lot, and I'm actually gay.
Both of those things are accurate.
I know.
Cool.
I know. I tailored that just to you. I've got bars.
Oh god, I sound horrendous.
Bars.
Turn down the stream, and yeah. So, did you have something to say about it, or were you just pulled in randomly?
Might have just been pulled in actually because I was trying to fix some audio issues at the stream so I can listen to what was going on, but
I thought all you people in general wanted to talk about the situation at hand.
I would love to if I could hear it. But
I'll
something
put you back in for now. Maybe you can come in later.
Dip me in, double dip me.
Alright, dude.
Well, Ben, I've got to go. So.
All right, Pimp. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Bye,
man.
Pimp.
See, this is crazy, and I'll see you guys later.
Later. All right.
Oh, damn. I kind of wanted to talk to Pimp. But anyway, yeah. Oh, Right Wing Watch just posted Gamergate advocate arrested on allegations.
Yeah. Of course, they're gonna put that at the beginning of the title of their article. They're gonna try to link Gamergate to some kind of pedo ring or something, without a doubt. And then the right will link the porn industry to pedophilia. So someone said that earlier.
Yeah, I've also seen people try to make this about like SJWs and shit too. So I've seen every single agenda pushing this.
We blame everyone else but the people who are actually accused.
It's pretty fucked up, honestly. It's pretty damn fucked up.
Yeah, and it's with everything too.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, by the way.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
No problem.
Yeah, this tweet reminds me of the small dicked fella who gets himself a big pickup truck with a lift kit or a bright red Ferrari, just like compensating for something. But that might just be the retrospect talking.
Yeah, who knows? I do not know. But yeah, this tweet did not age well. And actually, I'll be right back in just a moment, guys. I have to let my dog outside. She's freaking out. I'll be right back. Feel free to talk about this.
Word.
I guess I'm gonna have to hold down the fort for like 5 seconds. This place can't burn down within the next 10 to 15 seconds.
Challenge accepted.
If I can just, see how much you can fuck this place up within that amount of time. But no, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, at this point, like, I don't even know what to say about all this shit, you know? I feel like I've kind of said my piece. Like, this is a really fucked up situation. Like, it's really sad that happened to someone that a lot of people in this community in particular really enjoyed and respected and liked seeing on the show. So it sucks. It sucks. But like I said, on the internet these days, especially with people that present themselves to you as just an alias, which pretty much everyone on the internet does, you never know how they are in their real life, man. And it's sometimes you just never find out until it's too fucking late.
I think the only way she could get out of this is if it comes out that her boyfriend was abusing them both.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. If it comes out that he was like somehow physically forced, but still, I mean, she had opportunities. She would have still had unless he had her like imprisoned in their home or something. She would have had opportunities. So she can't be totally innocent. You know.
I agree. I do agree with that. But
I had something and I lost it. God damn it.
Same.
Yeah, I think someone earlier said that. I don't think anyone finds this fucking funny, but it's fucking ridiculous that it fucking happened. You know, it's ridiculous that this shit still goes on and fucking happens, and we hear about it constantly because it's just really fucked up. It's like, I don't know what
It's
else.
absurd.
I don't even know how else to react other than this is really fucked up shit, you know? I don't know.
And I mean, Ben said it earlier. Like this was, in a few ways, she was a benchmark guest, and
exactly,
which just makes it shittier. And you know, obviously, none of us knew her really, but that I mean, if she was concealing stuff like this, it was a. I mean, I guess there weren't too many opportunities for this to kind of slip out in a Freudian sense, right?
Sure.
But I mean, I can't think of a single thing. I mean, I've seen every episode, obviously those with her on it. I can't think of a single thing that even in hindsight, maybe on a second viewing, something would spill, but it's just such a shocker. And statistically speaking, I mean, this is still the minority of people, right? So that whole alias problem, it's just like passing strangers on the street, even if they're not strangers and you know their names, you just don't know the ins and outs of everyone's lives. You're just rolling those dice all the time. It's just that there's so many high-profile people coming out that the concentration, I don't know, feels greater.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone asked me, someone sent in a Streamlab and said, are you going to take down the DP episodes with Mercedes? Or do you think that would be dumb to do? I don't
probably
see the
already
point.
Demonetized, right?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't really see the point. I mean, we didn't know anything about these sort of activities going on. We never touched on that subject. So I don't really see the point.
Been happening at the time.
Right. We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really see the point in taking it down. So no. I'm not
It should stay up for posterity. Like, leave it.
Although that's
so no, I'm not taking it down.
I don't agree with this idea. Like, people have done it. Like, Lady Gaga did it recently, where she took down her song with R. Kelly. Like, I don't believe in this idea of retroactively going and taking out shit, even if people like involved fucked up like down the line. It just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't see the point of doing it. I don't see the point of doing other than
someone just said erasing the video doesn't make the crime not happen. Perfectly worded.
Yeah, exactly.
How does that fix anything? It doesn't fix anything at all.
Yeah.
But the feelings though.
Yeah, people want their fifis to feel a little bit better. That's why. But
fun.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be concerned about your fifis. You should be concerned about victims. Right?
Yeah.
There's no way I could do it justice, but that bit from the Hateful Eight, or what's his face, is describing the difference between vengeance and justice. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but that really just defines it right there. Like, for all its problems, the justice system needs to be allowed to work.
Yeah, I agree. We'll probably get some more people in here soon. If you guys want to say anything else,
someone in the chat said, "Oh, I bet it's a 16-year-old." Dude, go read the fucking article. You don't know what's going on, obviously. Go to the beginning of the stream and watch. Either go to the beginning of the stream and watch me read the article, or go Google it and read it yourself, because you don't know what's going on.
People speaking without listening.
Yeah.
I used to be a beloved guest on the Drunken Peasants, but now everybody hates me. Mercedes, hold my beer.
Wow. Well,
burn.
All right. I think we're gonna.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, we have 666 people watching.
It's the devil. All right.
Oh my God! I think Joe is in the chat. He said this is Joe F is what it says, and I think that's him. He says, I think that's him, and he left a comment. I'm not going to repeat it. It's one of his usual edgy comments.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, feel free to bring some more in here. Oh, I see.
Right.
Bring in Queenie Martha. We'll talk to her.
I didn't know.
Oh my God.
Hi.
We dragged you in away from the other people.
Oh.
Yeah, you're on the show now. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I was like in the middle of the conversation back there, but alright. What's going on?
Not much. We're just bringing people in to say what they think about the whole thing that we're streaming about. You know.
Yeah, I feel awful about it.
Yeah.
I feel like terrible. You know, a lot of people. I mean, you guys were talking about like how people are gonna use it against Gamergate and right wing, whatever the fuck.
For any agenda.
No, and that has happened. To be fair, you know, when social justice warriors do it, you know, when one of them gets caught, it's like everyone.
Oh, it happens all the
"Yeah."
time. Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's a thing that's bound to happen. Unfortunately, it really trips me though because there was someone on Twitter that was really rude to me for no reason about it. Like all these YouTubers and Twitter people who talk about politics, like, you know, she, I don't know who they are, try to make it seem like I was being kind to her because I pretty much said that I've had small like interactions with her as people know if they know me, you know. So, you know, I've had her on streams myself on my channel when my channel was active, you know, back in 2015 or so.
Yeah.
I had her with me and we talked for hours, and every now and then we would DM, and you know, I would write her on her Instagram and she would write me back, and like never in my life I thought this was gonna happen. I was shocked when I was scrolling through the feed and I read it. I was like, I hope this is not true. But then as I read the investigation and the fact that, you know, they actually went on a warrant to raid like the ranch and they found evidence, they found exactly what the victim has said to them they would find, you know, like all these different things they're still analyzing, and like at this point they're looking to see if there's more victims that are willing to come forward because they believe it's a big probability there's more victims. It's insane. It's so shocking to me. I do not understand. Like, you know, this was as I said, this was a person that was nothing kind to me, but that doesn't, you know, negate what's going on today. You know, like that doesn't erase or excuse what she did today. I'm very pissed at the fact that this is someone that in some way we all kind of trusted, you know, in the sense of like, oh, we're gonna retweet her and we're gonna, you know, talk to her and we're gonna invite her to our channels and shit like that. And she's out there like, you know, abusing a little baby, to be honest. Like a girl that is younger than 10 years old, it's pretty much a baby. You know what I mean? Like how fucked up that is. It pisses me off. I've been like all day, ever since I read that, I just can't I can't anything. Like I've been so upset, so angry, wanting to cry, like cuz I think, you know, there's a lot of people being skeptical and stuff like that. That's up to them to be that way. But I think there's very little room to be skeptical at this point when the police already conducted an investigation, and, you know, regardless if they pleaded guilty or not guilty, like they already found evidence and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like how I don't know, man. Like I don't know how much room there is to be skeptical about the situation. I think the probability is very small of this is all a mistake type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until the actual evidence is presented, and take a look and see how this plays out. But yeah, it looks really bad, and for them to be held without bail, I mean it's really bad. Yeah, I remember you were involved with Gamergate until they started hating on Mexicans, right?
No, it's because it's not the fact that they were hating on Mexicans. I hate that we're talking about it right now. But no, it's because like they started being really inclined towards American politics. And something that people were saying in Not Your Shield and whatever is the fact that we are all from different countries, from different political spectrums. why then, because Trump said something about Gamergate, whether it was Trump or Hillary, why is everybody losing their minds and going like, oh yes, I'm pro whoever retweets Gamergate, I'm pro them in the politics world, and we all have to. It's like,
yeah,
no, we don't, because I'm from Mexico. I don't give a fuck, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just, the same would have happened if Hillary would have tweeted something pro Gamergate. I would have had the same stance, but
I'll be
people
right
don't want to
back.
accept that,
Okay.
right? So they made it seem like it's because you're anti-Trump and you are, build a wall, whatever, and that was the case. So, but when it started having that political leaning, I kind of understand that things change over time, and that's okay. And if that's the route they want to follow, good for them. But that's
Yeah.
not the route I wanted to follow.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just glad I never got involved in it. I was never a big gamer to begin with, and it just seemed it seemed like a lot of stuff that came out of it is stuff I can't really stand behind. So
Yeah, I understand.
yeah. Feel free to pull more people in if you'd like, Animancer.
Yeah, I'll bring in a few people.
All right.
Chin chin.
Oh, rip. All right. It's what's your take on this bigger ride?
Oh, I don't know. I never found her attractive. The fake tits, the makeup. It's just like, ugh. It's like
Yeah, but that
90s
shouldn't.
porn or something.
I know you're being funny, but that shouldn't have anything to do with it anyway. right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of shocked, but I don't know. People do weird things. I didn't know her well enough to know much about her, but
Yeah, it's just kind of a crazy fucking thing that happened, I guess, to a lot of people. That I've seen a lot of people in the chat even say that they only knew her through appearances on the show or.
I only knew about her because of DP. I had no clue who she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only we found out about her because she was highly suggested as a guest, and I had seen her, kind of make the rounds on different YouTube hangouts and different podcasts. So we had her on, and there are certain people that can come right on and they just fit with the format immediately, and she was one of them. There's not many people who can do that.
Yeah, she was good. A lot of people are just quiet and they sit there, but she was active, discussion with the conversations and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
She knew how to carry a conversation. That's the thing. Like, that's why a lot of us invited her to our channels, podcast, whatever. It's because she knew how to talk to people and engage with the audience and engage with us, and make it entertaining. Like, she definitely had a charm. I do have to say though, like, because I noticed like on her Instagram, the boyfriend, and I never got a good vibe from the guy. Like, again, I never knew him, and I'm not like, we never talked about guys or things like that on DMs. But like, there was something about him that didn't seem right. And like, I really wonder how it's gonna play out, because I do feel that he was a big part in all of this. Again, not to excuse her behavior at all, because she could have very easily not participated in any of this, but there's something about that guy, and I do think something about that guy is gonna come up.
I didn't even know he existed until today, so that's how clueless I am about the whole thing.
I only knew of him because of her Instagram, because she would post pictures with him and stuff like that, so there's that. But
All right. So hey, Circle.
What's up?
Circle Man bad. What do you think?
Circle Man is bad.
What do you think of this whole? Yeah.
I don't know. I think obviously I'm shocked, but my biggest thing so far right now is that everyone seems to be focusing on the wrong things. Like, everyone's saying like, "Oh, look at her ugly mugshot. Oh, she was doing meth." It's like okay, neither of these things are the shocking thing, really. Like, we've known that drugs are an issue in the porn industry for years. We know that a lot of people are hideous without makeup, especially if they're doing meth. Like the shocking thing should be she molested a child that's under 10 years old, or is at least accused of it. Like that's what.
Yeah,
like,
exactly, right? I know.
Discussion. And like the politics things that you guys have been mentioning, it's like this is beyond politics. This has nothing to do with stances on Gamergate. This has nothing to do with stances on feminism. The only thing that should be a focus here is the fact that a child or multiple children was victimized.
Right.
That's what we should be caring about.
Amen.
I agree completely.
Yes, I agree too.
Wow, that's the most woke thing said on this entire stream. Congratulations. You pretty
Do I
much
get a cookie?
Yes, you do. I will send you.
Yeah, they are all focusing on the completely wrong things. That's for sure.
I mean, I understand it. Like that's the easy thing to talk about. Her, her makeup, or like her, her appearance in the mugshot and everything, because you can just bullshit about it and it's not serious. But these are very serious accusations that'll have very serious consequences for everyone involved. Even if they're innocent, it has serious consequences. These two are never going to be able to show their faces anywhere again.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
they're probably going to be blacklisted from their industry, or any industry for that matter. And personally, I 100% believe they're guilty. There's no way that they would be denied bail if there was not substantial evidence already.
Yes, I 100% agree. Yeah, that was one of the first things I said here. I mean, they give most people a chance to make bail. The other thing would be that they think they're going to run. That they think they're going to try to run if they make bail. That's another thing.
True, and like when you have people
Why
like
would
you mentioned this
run if
earlier.
you're not guilty, though?
Well, Ben mentioned this earlier that the porn industry is known for people using fake names and aliases and having connections. So maybe the judge, like maybe there isn't even evidence yet that's substantial enough to warrant not giving them bail. But maybe it's just a stigma against people in the porn industry where they think, oh, these are shady people. So that I can see that angle to it, but personally, I think it's an indicator that they're guilty.
Yeah, I'm being very careful about. It does look bad, and there's a good chance that they're going to end up being found guilty just based on what we know now. But there could be a lot that we don't know, so I feel really uncomfortable condemning them right now until they've had their day in court. But yeah, it looks really bad.
Oh right, like you got a reputation to protect. I don't. I can give my sort of opinion where I say, yeah, no, I think they're guilty.
I wouldn't do that anyway. I can't say that about someone until the evidence has been presented and they have the time to deliberate over it, and we can actually see, because obviously these trials are public, so the evidence in this trial is going to be made public. And then at that point, we'll have enough information to make a better decision about what we think happened here.
Right. I'm not saying to rake them over the coals. I'm just saying that personally, I would be more shocked if they were found not guilty than guilty.
Me too at this point.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because they did already like search the ranch, and apparently they already found like evidence and things like that. So like, I would find it really difficult for them not to be actually guilty. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't have a reputation. If I do, it's a really bad one. So at this point, I don't really care. But I do think it's going to be really difficult for them to be found not guilty on all of this. Because, I mean, as you said, like, there had to be a reason for them to not have, like, the bail thing, whatever it's called, and, all that shebang, what they found in the ranch and stuff, so.
All right, I'm gonna bring in someone else, someone very important to the show.
Who's
so I'm
that?
gonna let you get our associate producer.
Oh, wasn't he one of the people telling us to bring on Mercedes last night?
Hi, man. What's up? What's up? I just brought him in here. What's up?
Yo, So yesterday I was shitting on Caseytron and praising some other female guests, and now Mercedes being one of them, and now I see this shit.
Yeah,
this was fun.
Yeah,
it's,
what the
something.
fuck?
Yeah,
It's pretty fucked up. Yeah, it's crazy.
I did not expect that from her. Like I don't. This is fucking weird. Like you had some guests before where I'm like, yeah, I can see him doing some pedo shit. Mercedes is not one of them.
and that's why you should never trust your feelings about that, because you never know who could do it, and the people you think would be likely to do it may not have any of that in them whatsoever. So that's why I never have those types of feelings about someone unless I have actual reason to, rather than just speculation, So that's how I feel about it.
So I just got on the stream. Like I missed the first hour. I mean, I saw. I went back and watched you covering like the main points in the beginning.
Yeah. As everyone should before they try and give their commentary on it. But go on.
Well, now you cut me off. I forgot what I was going to say.
He's good at that.
Wow.
No. Now I remember. Ben, you mentioned like in the article they mentioned they had like some film equipment and shit in the room. Did you find like did they try to record it or something?
We don't know. We don't know. I mean, obviously she had recording equipment in her room because that was part of her work. But whether or not there's video of her committing a crime, we don't know yet. But if there is, then she's gonna be found guilty pretty easily.
She's fucked.
Yeah, if that's the case, yes. She's in deep shit if there's video evidence of her abusing a child. And obviously she'll get what she deserves if that's the case.
Yep.
They both deserve to go to prison if they are in fact guilty of this.
I gotta say, her mugshot looks fucking horrible.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We just talked about, yeah.
And her boyfriend got some serious jowls. Holy shit.
Yeah, so, I mean, it says that they found meth in their home, so that could also explain why they look so, like, cracked out.
Mm-hmm. Drugs will do that to you.
Yep.
God, Joe in the chat is just so ridiculous.
Jose is still commenting?
Yeah. Oh, man.
So I guess there's no chance that you guys going to bring it back on?
Probably not, no.
No.
I think
you can count that out.
I mean, yeah, especially if she's going to prison for quite a few years, then definitely no. I mean, if evidence comes out that completely exonerates her from the crime, then I wouldn't have a problem with it then, but it's not looking good at this point. So yeah, I could probably safely say she won't be joining us again.
I would still say she's a better guest than Caseytron.
Oh my god.
This.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't cut yourself on all that edge, Antonovich.
No, I'm sorry. Caseytron and Mercedes are the worst guests you guys ever had.
Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. It was cool. It was fine last night having her on. Like Caseytron was fine last night. I like her. She's cool.
Nope. Wrong.
Oh, whatever. You didn't even watch it. You were like, oh, I'm not even going to watch because I know it's going to be shit. It has Caseytron on. Bring on Mercedes. You said that. Come on, dude. Come on.
I did.
You are a victim of your own biases at this point.
I also mentioned that Minx is a much better guest, and we never see her live in camp.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't do the live cam thing, so. But yeah, she's great too. She fits with the format really well.
Yeah, she's cool. She's really awesome.
My problem with these two, with the fucking Casey and Medusa, is that they both kind of like airhead retards. They don't say anything. They don't say anything interesting. But the problem with Caseytron is I think she's worse because I know it's all an act. She's playing the dumb airhead bitch and the talking like that monotonous voice. That's an act.
She's way more real now than she used to be. She used to really like ham it up, but like she admitted that she smokes weed. Like she used to pretend like she was against weed and stuff like that. She used to pretend like she liked Trump when everyone was freaking out about Trump running and all that shit.
She used to basically act like Billy does now.
Yeah, basically, yeah. She would always take the unpopular side of every argument. Billy does do that now.
He does.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty crazy that you mentioned that. Let's bring in, let's keep Antonovich in, but let's bring in some other people too.
I did watch the show, like I would say most of it, but I mean, obviously at work, can't really watch the shit.
Yeah. I'm just giving you shit.
No, it was good. It was. I was being an edgy fuck and being a contrarian faggot.
At least you can admit it.
Yeah. That's the first. That's the first step. All right. So I don't think we've had Spec Guy in here before. So.
I thought we just had Spec in.
No, I don't. We didn't have him. Did we have you in?
I heard Spec made a joke earlier.
Fuck. All right. I'm starting to lose my memory. All right. So.
Wow. You shouldn't be losing it at 20 years old. You should have a really, really good memory.
Well, I smoke a lot of.
Tobacco. Excuses.
Who's this Emperor Palpatine looking motherfucker? What do you have to say, what do you have to say about this?
I don't know. It's always the people you least expect.
Yes. It's true.
Yeah. Like especially her, like she got all the dick and all whatever she could get, and
yeah, I mean we don't know the details of what she did directly, but her getting laid a lot, that's not going to make a difference for someone who has these sort of tendencies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll have to find out how directly involved she was with it, if she was just aware of it and let it happen, and the man was the one actually doing the direct abuse, or if they were both doing it. We'll know, we'll know as the time comes. Or even, they won't. You know what? I don't think they will actually release the identity of the victim. I think there's laws against doing that for minors.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I don't know. So because there is speculation that it was her daughter, which I didn't even know she had kids. But even if it is, I don't believe that they'll release the victim's identity, because they don't normally do that when they're a minor. But
yeah, and it kind of screw with their whole life for the rest of them, because no matter what, people would know. Oh, were you that girl that this happened to? Because it made national news.
We had an incident.
It's more likely that the guy was the abuser, because that's usually the case with female kids, female abuse victims, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it too. Like girls will use, or women will use their babies on dating profile sites and stuff, and more or less lure pedophiles to them so they can have a relationship while pimping out their kids.
That's fucking insane.
I've never heard about that.
I've never heard of that, but if that's true, then that's something dating sites should be aware of. They should
cracking down on it.
They should only allow profile pictures of adults.
Yeah, that's why as soon as I see, if I'm on any of these things, as soon as I see a chick with her kids, it isn't so much, oh, she's a mother. It's, I'm not having somebody who puts their kids up on the internet on a dating site.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, when they go out on the first date, they can be like, oh, yeah, I have kids. Yeah, because obviously that's something you want to tell someone if you're dating them. But yeah, you don't have to post pictures of yourself with your kids on a dating site. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that at face value, but I wasn't aware that sort of shit was happening.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it before. It's scary.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of desperate people out there that will do very desperate things if they have troubled minds.
Yeah.
Yeah. As this definitely should. But yeah, I might have to bounce soon, so you might have to manage bringing the people in here. Depending on
gay.
How long you want it. Dude, I've got prior obligations.
Don't.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you got prior obligations with a bucket of chicken in your bed.
Yeah.
That is a good obligation.
That's
though.
a good obligation. That's a good obligation.
Whatever.
Be like Kramer in that one episode of Seinfeld where he's eating the chicken in Jerry's bed.
Yeah, you know what?
That's what I'm
Here's the
saying.
thing, though, Ben. You forgot the purple drank. You forgot.
Your
forgot
your obligations are sleeping. Like you get yourself on this nocturnal like way of sleeping, and then you're like falling asleep when you should be awake. What?
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep. I've got prior obligations. I got shit to do.
What are they?
Yeah.
I don't.
What
blame
are
you for
they?
a minute. Yeah. Yeah, what do you have to do? Someone who literally gets no sunlight. Someone who's a quarter African that's whiter than me. What do you possibly do? What do you possibly go out and do?
Shit, dude.
Oh,
I do
okay.
shit.
Sounds like he's lying to me.
Yeah, sounds like a lie.
See, I can say what I'm going to do later. I'm going to work because I work night shift. So I can say that. What do you have to
I'm
do?
gonna get high and play video games.
Yeah, there you
Dude,
go. That's
you know what?
obligation.
You know what? I gotta go watch. I got an obligation because I gotta go watch some shitty movies and riff on them.
Oh, you're watching hentai.
Dude, I wish. No. This is gonna be a lot worse than that.
You're
So
jacking it to chicken and cartoons.
Chicken and cartoon.
All right. Well, I don't really. I see a lot of people waiting. I just don't know. Like, I don't know what much more there is to say about this anyway.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm probably gonna stop the stream. But anyone who's in the general, feel free to go in there and chat. I might pop in there in a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
But I have a question before the stream ends.
Yeah, sure.
What happened in Atlantic City?
Nothing. I've never been to Atlantic City in my life.
Yeah, we figured it was a meme.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been to New Jersey in my life. So
Who would
never
want
been
to be?
Atlantic City.
Who would even want to go to New Jersey? It's New Jersey.
People that live in New Jersey don't like New Jersey.
Atlantic City used to kind of be like the Las Vegas of the East, but now it's just a shithole. So
It's the Detroit
Oh my God.
of the East, basically.
Fucking.
Is that Joe?
Yeah, that's Jose.
Hey guys.
Hey
Hi, Joe.
Who the
Is
fuck
it off
let you
stream
in?
though?
No, we're not off stream yet.
Oh, I'll save it for later.
Okay. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Yeah,
right,
I'm gonna
guys.
end the stream, guys. Thanks for watching.